Okay, guys. Today in this video, we'll be doing with Deku with Charizard's abilities. And before the video starts, guys, I just want to let you know we are coming up on nearly 500 subscribers. And maybe we can hit that by the end of February. That'd be really nice. And yeah, I just want to let you know you guys should all subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with your friends. On to the video. Okay, on to the video. So, now we will be, when Deku is 4, he wakes up as a green and black Charmander. Because that sounds cool. And it goes with the image. Anyway, Deku wakes up as a little green and black Charmander. And he wakes up, he's like, whoa, what's happening? As he scratches his eyes like, ow, that hurt. And he's like, wait a minute, why do I have 3 fingies? And he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 pingies. As he counts 6, but he says 8. Yay. And Izuku then comes over to his mom, and he's like, Mom, I got 6 fingers now. And Inka's like, who are you? And Izuku's like, don't you recognize me, Mom? I'm your only child. And Inka's like, I have one of those? Oh yeah, I do have one of them. What happened to you, Izuku? Izuku's like, I got my quirk, and it's cooler than you. And Inka's like, that's not very nice, Izuku. And Izuku's like, I know. And Izuku goes to the quirk doctor. The quirk doctor is like, ma'am, you seem to have your son seems to have a quirk called Charmander. That's what he wanted to call it. But since I want him to not be picked on a lot, I'll call it Charizard. Because yay. Yay. Anyway, Inko is happy with that, and Izuku is like, I'm gonna be so much better than Bakugo, my quirk. And when he gets to school the next day, Bakugo is like, who are you, kid? And Izuku's like, don't you recognize me, Kachan? It's me, your acquaintance. And Bakugo's like, Izuku, you finally got a quirk? Man, you're so slow, dude. And Izuku's like, wait, what did you just say? I can already breathe fire. You shoot fire, and it's small fire. You're stupid, and you're uncool. And Izuku then proceeds to make a big fireball, and then shows his tail, and then he shoots the fireball at Bakugo. And Bakugo gets hurt by this, and Bakugo's like, dang it, no, I'm not the only one with fire. And Izuku's like, because I have cool green fire. Yeah, he is green fire in this one, guys. And Izuku starts to brag to the whole class. It's like, yeah, I'm obviously going to be the number 1 hero when I grow up. And I'll be just like All Might. And the other kids are like, Izuku, are you as strong as him, though? And Izuku then punches Bakugo in the face like, I might be. And Bakugo's like, why am I the one being hurt? As he starts getting really mad. And Bakugo then looks over to him like, you know, I have the Spoon Man on speed dial. And Izuku is like, the who? And Bakugo's like, okay, guys. This is another one of our what ifs in the Spoonomatic universe. And we'll say we're 5 generations down. With we'll call his friend is also named, well, yeah. One of Bakugo's descendants. Well, no, I'll just say one of his kids. Is named Speed Bakugo. And Yeah. Also, guys, Uraka's name, I try and make it as funny as possible, so you just wait for that. Anyway, Izuku, when he's talking to Speed, he's like, "Hey, Speed, how do you feel about this?" As he shows his giant, green fire tail, and Bakugo's like, "I'm done, I'm just done. How are you so cool, Izuku? I can't even with you." And Deku's like, "I understand some people can't fathom my amazingness, but trust me, I'm cooler than you." Bakugo's just like, I'm done with you, bro." And the next day, Bakugo comes out with full spoon merch and is like, "You think you can beat me? Well, I got Spoon Man merch." And Izuku's like, "You do know he's gonna retire in like a couple months, right?" And Bakugo's like, "He could never retire. He's Spoon." And Izuku's like, "You do have a good point. He is Spoon King." And Bakugo then looks at Izuku with the most serious eyes possible, and then looks at him and says, "Spoon!" And yeah, they're very excited about Spoon. Also, they did on their iTunes phones. Well, on their phones, they were looking up some songs because they wanted to do some dancing after school because they were feeling like dancing. And they then come upon Spoon King song, and Izuku's like, "Bakugo, come here. There's a spoon song." And they play it, and it goes like, "Let it spoon, let it spoon, let it spoon. The spoon is great. Praise the spoon." Some great lyrics like that. And they're like, "I've never heard such amazing music." And the other kids are like, "That thing's whack." And Izuku shoots a fireball at them. Like, "We didn't hear that." And Bakugo's like, "Yeah, I don't." And we sim all the way to the end of middle school because, yeah. Actually, no. We'll sim all the way to, like, the 8th day of middle school, 6th grade, 5th or 6th, whatever you guys want to say. And Izuku's talking with Bakugo like, "You really are a loser, Speed." And Speed's like, yeah, no. As he shoots a blue firework. I mean, yeah, why not? He shoots a firework. And Izuku's like, "Along with your firework quirk, now it's blue?" And Bakugo's like, Speed is like, "Well, yeah, fireworks can be any color, and I guess that now they're just bigger explosion." And Bakugo then goes outside and is like, "Izuku, let me show you this." As he claps his hands, and a giant rocket goes up in the air, and it does an explosion, and it's very massive. What would I compare it to? Imagine 10 airplanes right behind each other. Like that kind of size. And Izuku's like, I feel the later generations of our society is kind of being overpowered. And Bakugo's like, "Nonsense! We're just cooler." And Izuku's like, "Well, we're not as cool as Spoon Man." And we go all the way to where Spoon King is, and he's talking to his engine like, I feel like I should retire soon. It's been an entire 25 years of spoon magic. I've become the #1 national hero. I've stopped many crimes. I feel in around 6 months, I will retire." And he then goes on to tell this to the media, and he tells them, on my birthday, and let's say it was like January the 2nd, on my birthday, on July 2nd, I will retire. And the crowd starts, like, being shocked and like, but why? And Spoon King's like, well, I've been doing this for 25 long years. I've lived long enough to see 3 generations pass and go. I've lived long enough to see some of my friends die. And even my mom. Well, goodbye, everyone. See you. Well, no, not goodbye. This will be my year. As Spoon King then goes on to tell everybody, for the next 6 months, I will be trying my hardest I can. And maybe I can double All Might's stats. And the crowd all starts cheering for Spoon King. And Spoon King's like, but when it does come that time, I hope our number 2 hero, Moto, because like Shoto and Momo, I hope he can rise to the occasion. And imagine like Todoroki, but with black and red hair. Yay. And yeah. And he's taller. Anyway, Izuku, hearing this on his phone when it's lunchtime, he's like, Speed, look, the number 1 hero will be retiring in 6 months. And Speed's like, oh my god, he'll be retiring? And Izuku's like, yeah, he will be. Yeah. Anyway, actually no, that's when Bakugo's like, well, he shouldn't be. As he tries to get Izuku's phone, like, oh, that's fake news. As Deku pushes him away, like, just chill out, dude. And Bakugo, then him and Bakugo start fighting, and Deku then pushes Bakugo off, and then he evolves into Charmeleon. And Bakugo is like, wait, why did you change? And Izuku then fires a flamethrower at him. And Bakugo is like, how is he this strong? As he starts shooting blue fireworks at him. And Izuku dodges these. And he even catches one and throws them back at Bakugo, hitting him in the chest. And knocking Bakugo clean out. And yeah, they get detention. Anyway, on to the last day of middle school. In 8th grade, Izuku is talking to Bakugo like, you think you'll get into UA, Speed? And Speed's like, well, yeah, obviously. I'm kind of the best one in this one. Izuku's like, debatable. And Bakugo's like, whatever you say, nerd. You decide what you want, but we all know you're stupid. Izuku's like, well, you haven't followed all of Spoon King's social medias. And Bakugo's like, that's because he blocked me on one. And Izuku's like, my point still stands. And they walk into the classroom, sit down, and that's when, in a minute later, the teacher walks in and is like, well, students, I have all your future career paths. And it seems 2 of you want to go to UA. And, well, for everyone else, it seems you all want to be a hero. As he throws the papers up into the air. And like, so it seems Izuku Midoriya. Where do I recognize it? Oh, okay. Actually, no, let's say Izuku Shimura. Yeah, that sounds better for plot convenience. Yeah. Izuku Shimura and Speed Bakugo. And Bakugo's like, correct. And all the kids are like, yeah, I can see them getting in. And yeah. Anyway, Later after school, Izuku and Bakugo are talking together, and they're walking through an alleyway, and that's when Spoon King actually no, I'll say a Darkrai comes in. And let's say it's Darkrai from my What If, go watch that one. And Izuku, barely able to not get just destroyed, uses a Fire Fang, and he nearly subdues the villain. And that's when Spoon King teleports to them like, "You okay, kids?" And Darkrai nearly kills Spoon King, and Spoon King's like, "That was close." As Spoon King then, when he's about to collapse Darkrai in on himself, Darkrai he puts Spoon King to sleep in the never-ending dream. I forget what the move is called, but Izuku and Speed are flabbergasted, like, what is happening? And Spoon King then uses a bunch of shadow balls in his sleep, because in his dream he was fighting somebody. I won't say who. And Izuku and Bakugo eventually get out of there, and the Darkrai actually got hit by the 5 shadow balls, and he's like, maybe I should get out of here. Him fighting his own personal battles might actually defeat me. That's not good. Okay, come on. Okay, I got the hair off my screen. Anyway, Izuku and Speed are running from the scene. Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy, Speed. Speed's like, yeah, this day's off to a pretty weird start. Anyway, 10 months later, Izuku is walking up to UA. Is like, this is my journey, starting now, to rise above Spoon King's legacy, make my own, and become the #1 hero. As he poses, and that's what the episode is. Anyway, Speed then walks up behind him like, don't be getting too cocky, Izuku, or else I'll leave you in the dust. And Izuku's like, whatever you say, Speed. In the end, you I'll be better. And Bakugo then looks down on him like, you do know you're like 3'5", and Izuku's like, just you wait until I get another power up, and that's when I'll be actually tall. And Bakugo's like, whatever you say, nerd. As he walks into the building. And Izuku always passes the word test, and a new Tenya, I'll say his name is May Tenya, and she's a girl, obviously, and May points out Izuku like, young man, you should not be muttering in class. During a test while others are. And Izuku's like, but I'm on my phone. And May's like, you should not be. And that's when what's his name, Shinzo, is like, just be quiet, kid. No one cares. And yeah. Then Izuku goes to the practical exam. And yeah, when the exam starts, Izuku starts off by running really fast over to it, and he uses Fire Fangs and eventually accumulates 20 points by the time the exam is at halfway. And Izuku's like, I can't do this. What if I fail? What if I fail Speed? What if he won't be able to protect himself? What if Mom won't be able to protect herself? As he gets this huge burst of power, and that's when he evolves into a Charizard. And he's like, I won't let that happen. And he starts going off. And by the time the exam is nearly over at like 90%, he has 85 points. And that's when he hears a cry in the distance. And, what are we going to put as the funny name? Let me look around my room quickly. Paint is like, what is like, help me, please. I can't use my quirk here. And Izuku's like, I'll help you, Paint. And Izuku's like, so Paint, what happened? And Paint's like, my paint won't work. My stupid paint. And Izuku was like, wait, you have a paint quirk? And Paint's like, yeah, my name is Paint, and my quirk has to deal with paint. I can make characters out of paint, and they become alive. Except, my arm's broken. And Izuku then sees the massive zero-pointer, who by this time are very upgraded. And Izuku then goes up to it and uses a massive fireball. I'll call it Chaos. And it incinerates the robot nearly. And yeah. Izuku, a couple weeks later, gets a message in the mail, and it's Spoon King, and he's like, well, kid, it seems you have completed your journey to at least becoming a future hero. Congrats on that. But I do have to tell you something. The road after this is not an easy road. You might experience villain attacks, people calling you dumb for spoons, and then you beating the ever-loving crap out of them. I have experience. And, you might even fight the newest villain, the newest villain boss. I believe his name was Maximum Destruction. And Izuku is like, yeah, and Spoon King's like, well, I just wanted to let you know that, kid. Bye. And it says, like, transmission ended. And Izuku is like, oh, that was weird. And he hears Speed from the other house, and he's like, yes, I got in. And the next day, Izuku's walking up with Speed to UA, and he's like, well, Speed, this is our journey, starting now, to honor Spoon King's legacy, as they both walk into the UA building. And that's where I'll be leaving off. Thank you guys for all the support recently, as always. This is Call Me Rushed, and it's me signing off. Bye-bye.